everyone. Welcome. You're watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. We have got a great show. My co-host is Missy Elliott, and let's get this started. Sometime. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. It's Thursday, it's the Geek Chat on the Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
And I am Little Black Beardy Dez, and I can't stand the rain.
Hey BBB, hey Kelly, welcome in. Thanks for joining us on this Halloween Eve. Tomorrow is the big day. A lot of people love. I will be home getting ready for work. So nothing exciting. Do you have kids even that come to your place?
To our place? No.
Yeah, no kids?
No. I think there is a school function that everyone goes to nowadays. Like the school will put on like a Halloween parade or a trick or treat type stuff. You know, maybe downtown, like the downtown area, will do something. But yeah, was that?
No trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, the act of like actually going door to door, I think that might be a lost art in some areas. Just because it's just safer to go to like a place that's having, you know, activities for the little children. So
the little children's. Oh my God, the dog. Oh, sorry, she has a heat spot. And he has gone, so he can't yell at her, and she can't hear me yell at her, so I got to kick the chair to make her stop licking. Sorry. Oh, she drives me nuts. So.
Got that good lick.
Anyhow, everyone, welcome in. Please like, share, subscribe. You know, we're trying to make the experience even bigger, and all your support means a lot to us. So be sure to like, subscribe. What else do? You hit a bell? There's some bell, maybe. I don't know.
Notifications. That way you get notified when we go live.
You know, I turn all my notifications off on my phone. I don't need to be up at 2 a.m. and.
Yeah, because I send you notifications all the time.
You do? Well, yeah, I do get your ding.
Yeah.
Hey Leonard, hey Paul, hey Kenneth, welcome in.
Yeah, you got to say hello to people because I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see anything. So it's all blurry. So, but I will put on my glasses to try to read some of the people who are in our the people who do the books. I'll try to read them as well. I was able to get all the stuff, so I'm going to try to help you out with it. I don't know how well I'm going to do, so.
All right. So we have a giveaway.
Like always,
I have to go to your text because I remember it's Emanuela Lapacino, something like that.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 25 of the
Expatriate X-Men, which we'll be reviewing later.
So many like expletives, some the names, like this is, yeah. I think at this point they just have a bunch of them, you know, on a wall, and they just throw one, you know, at the wall. Whatever they like, they just kind of like, we're gonna use this one for the next book.
Yeah, yeah. So 1 in 25, like I said, Emanuela Lapacino variant. I got the Mystique cover because you know how much I love her.
Yeah,
we'll be reviewing it. I'll show you it later.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. I was just
the excessive X-Men. That's so true. So true.
Definitely. But before we start, wanted to talk about a little bit of comic book news that popped in. Also for the giveaway, you know the drill. In the you're gonna put it the hashtag Geek Chat, and you'll be entered to win. Now, please know that if you've won in the last 4 weeks or during the last 4 shows, I guess, you can't win. So just know that we want to give a chance to everybody to win. So that's it. But please, you know, in the Louis Vuitton downstairs, put it in. Okay.
Hey, Canadian survivalist, welcome in.
Okay. So I guess we wanted to talk about some news because there's been a lot of interesting and fun stuff going on in the world of comic books. First off, wanted to say, guess who the new Sorcerer Supreme is?
Wanda?
Yeah, you knew that. So
I did. So the mighty Marvel machine, once again, and it's been doing this for years and years and years. There's a mini series coming out called the
okay, I can't.
Supreme, and
I gotta see something.
oh, there we go.
Can't see shit.
And it's a battle between all these witches, and yet they come out and they tell us who wins it. What the I don't know. I know that you want to strike while the iron is hot. You want
It's
to make
dumb.
sure that you get that after you read the miniseries, you want to have that book ready to go. We live in the age of the internet where, because books are solicited 2 months in advance, they need to get the hype going. And yeah, this miniseries, why read it? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, Des, if you are going to read a miniseries to find out who is going to win something, and then they tell you who is going to win it before the book is even out, should I even bother spending the
Yeah.
money on this event? And
It's
not
a
event, this
this thing. It's a disservice to the creative team as well, because it's like, if you're trying to hype up something, why would you give away the ending of of a book? It just undercuts anything that could have happened in that book, all the drama, all of the tension, who's it going to be, and then they just completely end it. And I'm thinking, like, why do that unless you don't have, two things: unless you do not have faith in what's happening, you think that it's not gonna sell, or two, you want to make sure, again, that you're going to try to get your money's worth by, or they're going to get their money's worth by just really kind of like pushing it out, because it doesn't make sense to me to do that. Like, are you now, like, because you know who's going to win, that you want to see how it happens? Like,
do you care how it happens?
but now that's the thing, is it's like it didn't entice me anymore to read it because I know Wanda wins. It was like what they did last year with that whole revelation thing with Apocalypse, when he was heir to Apocalypse. Like, that's literally like, if they had did that and said Duggan won before the book came out, I would have touched it.
But I remember when we reviewed this, and because we really didn't know what to expect, it made the story that much more fun, because we literally
Yes.
thought they killed those people, and they didn't. They were just encased in whatever it was.
Yeah, but now
So
it's just annoying. Like, this is just another case of, like, Marvel not trusting the process, or it's not like they're hemorrhaging. At least I don't think they're. It's like they're hemorrhaging money. It's like, I just don't understand why you do that. Like, that to me does not inspire picking up the book.
yeah,
Sorry, picking up the lead up title to the book. Like,
right.
I don't understand why they would do it. It literally cuts the legs off of that story, because
I can't wait to read the number one too. I can't wait to review it.
no, honestly, now I don't want to read it now. Because, like, why? But again, that's a disservice to the creative team. That's horrible. Like, seriously. And I know they can't say anything about it. By they, I mean the creative team, because, like, you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to be perceived as
Right.
hard to work with. But I would be mad. Like, I would be mad if someone did that, and
So
spoiled the plot. Mm-mm.
Leonard says the Sorcerer Supreme title is getting passed around like a joint at Woodstock. And what's funny is, if you think about it, that statement is accurately true,
Oh yeah,
because we had Clea. She was in
for like a
charge
hot
because
minute.
he was dead.
Like a
Doom.
hot minute.
So my thing, there was a
It's
what if.
Brother Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo was one. So there was a what if with magic. What if she became? And the way they've really been pushing Ilyana to be in the forefront, she had her own book. She's getting another book with her brother. I would have been, for me, I'm just going to say this, I would have been more inclined to read this new Sorcerer Supreme book if I learned it was magic that was winning, because I think that is another step to her growth as a character, because we all know she's been in charge of Limbo. She's been the Dark Child with an E, and now she's the Dark Child without the E. She's had that darkness in her soul, and she still comes out on top. So Wanda, I think, is their new Wolverine, kind of. By that I mean,
so sorry, she's not going to keep it. I'm sorry.
No, oh no. Well, he's off in Asgard still doing his thing, but
it's fine.
Like Kelly,
go find yourself. Do what you've
yeah,
been. Totally understand that. Just give it to Billy, and let's just be done with it.
Well, again, I think they're really milking this whole Wanda and Billy, because that was one of their few successful shows that they've put out so far. Yeah. Hey Phil, welcome in. I just think that this could have been done much better, even if you have the miniseries, and then because of the 2 month that we have to do the ordering, even if they skipped a month, so we at least read the number 1, and maybe the week number 2 comes out, like that Friday, say, oh my God, she won. I don't know. I think it was a very poor choice.
Or do you think, or do you think that we have it all wrong, and Marvel is doing this,
No,
you
don't even have to finish that sentence. No.
You're like,
no,
no, they're not going to do that. I mean, I didn't think they were either, but at the same time, I'm like you hope that people that they're going to do fun shit like that, but they don't.
No,
they don't.
But just think of it. Could you imagine the Sorcerer Supreme with a giant soul sword? Like,
I think it would be fun. And the sad thing about it is, I've always been hi Barlord. I've always loved the magic universe of Marvel. So I mean, I'll probably end up picking it up, or at least, well, we're gonna review the first issue. So at least I hope the story is good. Or it's enough to like hook me to stay in, because if not, oh Lord. And then the book that's coming out, I swear to God, Steve Orlando must be able, like, he must have like nude pictures of someone or blackmail or something, because he has like a 3, like, this is like a,
is it
3 years,
3 or 5? I thought maybe it was even 5. No. Someone on, I love Twitter, someone said, like, the same writer, however many years, 2 failed ongoings, 3 failed minis, and we're still trying. I wanted to send that one to you, because like, they keep trying, and he must have made a deal with Mephisto or something.
Or it's this weird thing where every time there's a new number 1 with Wanda, it sells like hotcakes, and then it dies. And so they're literally just allowing him to write this sort of character, because every time something new pops up with her, it gets people's attention and it sells books. But she can't sustain. It's like that shot in the arm you get from like heroin, and you're just kind of like, oh, I need my Wanda, and then they give you the Wanda, and you're like, oh, but then you can't really continue on with it. And then there's like, oh, it's a new version of Wanda. This time it's got fentanyl. And then it's like, I don't know.
Oh, I really don't like the cape of whatever the cape is called to be a little mini skirt thing. Yeah, I don't know about
Eye of Agamotto. It's the cape of someone else.
And I don't understand the purple. Like, is that going back to her first appearance? Like, it's all this deep red and then a purple undershirt. I don't know, it's weird. So I wasn't saying it failed. I'm saying this is what people, yes, failed would be something, because if you have launched the book and it gets to even 10 issues, they're still making the money off it. So we never go past, I think like Avengers is at 32. I think that's the longest running book right now because Marvel can't put out
No,
an
no,
ongoing book.
you get to 50 and then it's like we have to redo it. Because think about it. I mean, 50 issues is 12, 24, 24. I'm doing math now. Sorry. 48. So you've got
3 arcs.
well, no, you've got 3 years. So okay. So if you get to if you let a book get to 50, so basically what it seems like is the terminal, like, again, not peak, but the terminal kind of like your arc is pretty much under 50 issues. And then once like that seems to be like the cutoff point. It's once you get to about 30, 40 issues, they start to refresh the title. So
Yeah.
so you have to think that with any of the titles that are written right now about the popular people, you're not going to get any more than about 2.5, 3 years of stories before it's rebooted. And I
Yeah.
think that's just how they've trained us as readers now. And I don't like that, really. I don't like that, because it just feels disingenuous. I don't know. It feels weird. So real quick, before we start talking about a couple of books, I was talking to a coworker, and we were talking about comics. And one of the things that he said was, he basically said the impenetrable nature of comics. He was a comic reader when he was a kid, and then he's worried about going into it now because he feels so impenetrable. And so we were talking. This was during a fire drill, so we're outside, on like Market and Van Ness, just like talking about comics. And he's like, and I say, well, you really kind of, with comic books, it's one of those things where you can you just kind of jump in, and if the story grabs you, then you can think about going back and finding out why you're here, And I think, and I said also that a lot of the arcs are traded nowadays, so you can just buy a trade or even rent it from the library. I forgot to tell the library, but still, you can rent it from the library and decide if you want to continue with this story or keep it up, and stuff like that. And I said that's probably the easiest way to do it, or pick up something like a trade paperback of a character that you might enjoy or might like. But the idea of picking up a floppy, maybe that's one of the deterrent now for some people, if you're not already in the like in the hemisphere right now. And maybe
Well,
it's
that's how I started. I mean, I was young, and you go
yeah.
in and you just pick oh, that cover looks really cool. Who is this person on it? And for me, it was the X-Men, and that was part of the fun. And I think right now the medium that we love has changed so drastically, because it used to be, you know, I had issue 273 and I needed to go back a couple. So you'd go to different conventions or comic stores going through back issues, and it was this treasure hunt. And now I can just go to Amazon and type it in and it'll be my house tomorrow. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
hunt and find, I think, was also part of this, why I love it, not only the stories and the art. So
So
yes. What?
so hold on. So it's hilarious. So just some of the
TJ?
comments, TJ. So I jump on to see Bat Des and comparing Wanda to shooting up a new flavor of heroin. Well, I mean, this is what goes through our minds. I'm sorry. It's kind of one of
Hey,
those.
SF. I'm really glad single issues are up, and I'm gonna say it's probably because of Absolute Batman.
Oh, most definitely. Like, I think the absolute line is just really blown out the water. Yes, producer Kyle, spooky producer
Well,
Kyle.
absolutes and ultimates for sure. But
Yes.
the big factor are young people coming in and jumping into series that they've read they've maybe read volumes 1 and 2 on trade or in from the library as kids, and now they're jumping in on single issues of those stories.
That's fantastic.
I love it. I love it.
I really, and I think messages like that need to be heard and they need to be shared. They need to be shared because I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, either equate comics to being side, like an ancillary thing to the movies, or they just don't know how to get in, and I think saying that, hey, young people with your disposable income, come over. I mean, you don't say it like that. Come in, put that heroin down and come over here. I don't know. But yeah. But no, that was a pretty good conversation. So real quick before we start, we do want to talk about a couple of quick comments a little bit later, but I did want to show you a couple covers of the books that I got while I was in Europe. So if you want to make me big, Kyle, that'd be great. So this is a book that I got. It's called The Theory of KO, and this is the book that I bought in this little, French. I was in Edinburgh, and I bought this at this French, beautiful little French, small little comic book shop. It was great. The woman was fantastic. She's like, "Bonjour, how are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But it's by Matthew Rains, and it is, I'm probably speaking wrong, but you know how we do names. Anyway, but it's in the future. It's a boxing KO. It's a boxing manga written by a French person. But it's you hear about manga, you hear about American manga, but well, this is French manga. And I looked at it, I saw it, it looked really, really cool, and so I bought it. It's by Nakama Press. And I have to admit, people who are able to do this, like sit down and actually beginning and end finish a full comic book, a full graphic novel, it's just amazing to me. So props to all you out there who do that. I also bought at the same shop, I bought a book called Sacred Bodies. And this one was just,
ooh, that looks good.
It looks really crazy. And I haven't sat down and read it yet, but it's about these people that turn into animals, I think. And it's a love story. I think it's a little bit like Beauty and the Beast. I'm not really sure, but this is from a local artist, so I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to meet this person or whatnot. But the artwork is just beautiful. So I was just like, I saw it and I just fell in love with it. So this was it was by a person named Ver, Ver, originally created for the 2024 Short Box Comics Fair. But yeah, it just looks amazing, and I had to buy it. Next up, this was the other book that I got that I thought was just really silly, and it's called Ash, and it is Academy of Superheroes. So it's like, imagine if you take the Legion of substitute heroes, and now they are the superstars. This was translated into English from French, and it's by Sloth Comics, and I just love the name of it, and I thought it looked goofy and fun, and I'm becoming a really huge fan of alternate art styles that are not traditional, and this one is definitely not, and so I just loved it, absolutely loved it. And then while I was in York, oh, sorry, the other 3 books that I bought, I had to go and take a look at Amazing Planet. No, it wasn't Planet. It wasn't Amazing Planet. It was I think it was Amazing Planet. Or
Forbidden Planet.
Right. Thank you. It was Forbidden Planet. Thank you. And Forbidden Planet International in Edinburgh, and they were having this really fantastic buy 2 get 1 free. So I was able to pick up all 3. I'm reading the first one, but I was able to pick up all 3 of the Critical Role Vox Machina Origins, because I started watching that series on Amazon. It was great.
It's good?
It's good.
Animated?
It's really good. Like, it's really, really good. And it's funny because it's all of the voice actors that you've heard in other things working together. So it's like, oh, I heard that person in this book. Oh, I heard that person in this one, but like they're all working together. And the last thing I bought, I was in York, which is a little town in on the eastern side of England. On our trip back to London from Edinburgh, I got this one, which is Go Man Volume 1, and I really loved it. It's about an autistic boy who is basically like a Kamen Rider / Power Ranger who has the power to save the world. And then he has like a sort of like a Power Ranger squad of people who kind of help him through it. And he's the champion of Earth. And again, what I'm talking about is I really enjoy these alt art or non-traditional art stories when people are coming in and doing this. It's really inspiring me to when I can see books like this that are usually done by one person, or a very small creative team, and they're putting out really good quality, fantastic work. And I want to give that a try because, as a fledgling artist and creator myself, it really makes me feel like I can do this, and because I've done it in the past, but it really it gets my juices going for stuff like that. So definitely in the future, if you all want to, if you definitely want to come through and if you would like to tell us some of the books that you're reading or books that you've gotten recently, you can definitely do that. This is my Sophie. She missed me. And we can talk about it as well. Because as Rich and I have said before, we are comic book lovers and geeks first. And we're friends first. But so if you find something that you're reading or that you bought during the week that you want to share and let us know about, or that you feel that we should be reading, let us know, because we are a community and this is how these books get shared that we don't possibly know about. I can't know of every book that comes out. There's so many, and there's tons of books that we miss, from last month, so definitely let us know. Okay, everybody. So that is so look at. And yeah, if you go to a con, like what Kyle was saying, spooky producer Kyle was saying, he bought some great books at a con this past weekend. Yeah, if you go to a con and you pick up some books, let us know. Let us know. We love stuff like that. Yes, Kyle.
I think the series I bought is going to be pretty successful. It's this Fantastic Four something. Yeah, there's this new character called Black Bolt in the one. These guys called the Inhumans in the other. I think they're going to be important.
You never know.
Well, the Inhumans might be important up until, they're not, and they do a really bad TV show, and then they're disappeared until Hickman brings them back. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, you talk about Hickman, and he pops up like Candyman. But on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about comics. So stay tuned, all right?
Bye.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. FOC. A comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on the
And
shadow.
Sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Hey everyone, welcome back. You are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
I'm Littleback Beardy Des.
And we have got a giveaway for you tonight. And it is the 1 in 25 of the Expatriate X-Men by Emanuela Lupacino.
What a
And
word.
it could be yours.
Expectrate. Anyway. Yeah, so definitely put in hashtag Geek Chat in the Jimmy Choo's down there in the Jimmy Choo. Were you by the shoes? Oh, I cannot wait to hear your hot take of the book, Spooky Producer Kyle. You know,
What?
Producer Kyle is wearing a costume too. He's wearing a sheet like a ghost and nothing else.
Ooh.
All righty, Rich. You wanted to talk about it. Oh, Kyle's gonna say something.
I can't pull that costume off. I look like a member of an organization that I would hate myself if I was a member of, wearing a sheet.
All righty. Sounds good. I mean, I would never have guessed it. I would have guessed Casper the Friendly Ghost.
No, it's a blanket, but it's
No, I get it.
full blanket, but no eye holes. Eye holes would make it weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So before we start talking about the other books, there are a couple of books that Rich wanted to give an honorable mention to. So I'll turn it over to Rich. Rich, what are these honorable mentions that you would like to speak?
Oh, you don't gotta blow me up. You just put the picture on the screen. So
The first one is Save
Brainiacs.
No, it's
Save now. Yeah, I mixed the two books up. All right. So I wanted us to read this. What?
The cover's crazy.
It really is. It was written by Matt Kint. Thomas Giorello was the artist. Diego Rodriguez was the color artist. And DC Hopkins did the lettering. The gentleman on the cover right there, he is, what is his name? Saver. And his whole power is he can rewind back to these save points. And he can go back in time, but he has to relive it. Like, he basically fixes mistakes. So it's about him and his team, and they're heroes, but in the future, something happens to the world and it's an apocalypse. And the team is pissed at him because they want him to fix it. Now, he has watched his team die over and over and over and over and over. And they know none of this. They don't remember any of it. So he's watched his teammates die and die trying to fix this. And finally, the team, he's like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. And the team tries to blackmail him because he cheated on his wife, I'll just tell you. And the wife doesn't know, but the team knows. And so they're holding that over him. And finally, he's like, well, I'm going to go back even further. And he figures out maybe a way to fix the world. And we won't know until next issue if it worked. But I really liked. I used to, when you and I were doing our thing, we tried to get a comic book going. That actually was like one of the ideas, not the way he's doing it, but I thought, wouldn't a rewind button be really cool for like if you say something stupid or something bad happens, you could just rewind time just a little and do it again. They took that idea and really ran with it. So I really like the concept of this book, and the art is actually pretty good. I want to pick up the next issue. And funny thing is, we ordered it, but I hadn't read this, so we didn't order it. So I got to go back in now that I've read it, because I kind of want to see where the story goes. If you're looking for it, it's Bad Idea, so it does cost a bit, but you get more pages. It's a $6 book, but it did not feel like a 20-page floppy that you go through and you're done. Like this, a lot of panels, a lot of dialogue, a lot of concept. And it's funny when you're reading it because you read the same page a couple times because he has went back in time, but you can see slight changes.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
The last page actually is a huge change from what you saw the past couple times. So I really enjoyed this. I would say go pick it up. Matt Kent is not exclusive to Bad Idea anymore. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, when I saw that this was Matt Kent, and I was I am a fan of his work, so I will be checking this out as well.
Yeah.
The next up on Rich's sort of like honorable mentions is another book called Craniacs, and I was like, what the hell?
So the whole reason I wanted to get this book is because Joe Simcoe is part of this, and I don't know if you're familiar with the name. He does Garbage Pail Kids, and you know how much I love them. He does wacky packages. Yeah. So this is an interesting book. It is a flip book for their first issue, because you learn there are Retrovians, and they're the primitive ones, and then there's Futurians, and they are like, it's almost like the Jetsons on one side of the world and the Flintstones on the other.
Okay.
And something has happened, and in their lore, you learn that basically the two planets collided. Depending on which side you live on, you get a different story. Like the kids are taught one thing at one and the other. So you really don't know exactly how their planets ran into each other, but both sides say the other sides are horrible people and you got to stay away from them. And in a way, I'm like, this is kind of touching on what's happening in America right now. There's nothing political about this book. It's kind of how it read to me. The really cool thing though is the main side with the Craniacs on it is for the Retrovians. And then you get halfway through and they're like, hey, now flip the book to read the other side of the story. And I was like, cool. So you flip it and now it's all about the Futurians.
Was it a different cover?
And unfortunately, no, it's just the back cover. Like there's no extra special cover. But I did get the Simcoe. I got one of the variants. I had to. This was by nope, not reading that. Too small. But it was fun. It's just a fun, silly book. It doesn't take itself seriously. I happen to love the Garbage Pail Kids comic books that they were putting out. So this is in the same vein. It's just stupid fun. And
was it
kind of it is published by Titan.
Okay.
Titan Comics. So
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's when futuristic and Stone Age skulls clash.
So did you go and pull out your Garbage Pail Kids?
Yes. No. The next book. All right.
So the next book we're talking about is Return to Sleepy Hollow. The writer was Casey Gilly. The artist was Savannah Mayer. The colorist was Dirbala Kelly. And the letterer and designer was Valeria Lopez.
And it was inspired by the Paramount Pictures film by IDW, Dark IDW, or IDW Dark. I don't know.
I still don't like that the thing in the side. I do not like their thing. But yeah, so this takes place. So because it is inspired by the Paramount Pictures film, that would be the Johnny Depp Hollow, right?
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to understand which one it is, but I don't really know, and I haven't been able to put
He
it.
says yes. Kyle,
Okay, cool. There you go. Yay.
Yay.
So that's why it kind of looks like that then, I guess. So you talked a lot about it. So I talked a lot already. So I'll give a little bit more about I'll give my thoughts about this book first. Okay. So this book, the artwork itself is like if you mixed Charles Vess with, oh my god, I can't remember his name. I'll look out for it later. But he was an artist that did he did the Aeon Flux movie adaptation. I think his last name was Green. Anyway, it's very, very stylized. It's not stylized. It's very. They're really trying to look for an old world type of a feeling, and it's hard. It's hard because the inking, I think, by
Timothy Green.
What was that? Timothy Green. Thank you. Yes, thank you. It has these like. The inking, it's almost like Victorian. They're really trying to capture the style of a Tim Burton version on paper, and so it moves through like it's like some of the pages are really and the art is really really good, and some of it is like this grotesque but it's like that French grotesque movement. I don't know, like the artwork in some places is very captivating, in other places it's a little like I'm not really sure about that, and so it borders on grotesque because it deals with death and there is a dead body and I don't know, it's just the artwork was polarizing for me. The story itself I thought was pretty fun. I thought it was fun because you have Ichabod, who is this, everything is scientific. There is no magic. There is no witches. There is no hocus pocus. And then you have the woman, I guess the woman who was his love interest in the movie is very much a, the spirits are around us. She works at it. She's the mortician. She picks up the dead bodies and stuff like this. And then she has a daughter who is like touched by spirits and she can commune with spirits. And so there's a murder and then the spirits possess her and then and then compel her to send a letter to Ichabod to bring him back to Sleepy Hollow. And there's this, other worldly stuff going on. And Ichabod is brought back into this world that he does not like and does not want to be there, and so there's also ties that bind them together and some other stuff that happens in the book. So I don't know, it's just like I liked the book and it kind of made me rewatch that version of Sleepy Hollow, but because this version of Ichabod Crane is, I've always viewed him from the cartoon when he was a kind of a coward, and he's not a coward in this one. He's just very scientific. So I don't know. This book was hard for me to wrap my head around if I liked it or not. I don't know. What was your thought, Rich?
It was hard for me to get through.
Really? I thought it
Oh
was.
God,
I
it
thought-
was so boring, and the art
Really?
was just blah.
Oh, really? I don't know.
I did not. I'll be honest. I read the books in a different order than normally. So he'll send me the list. He'll make the list for producer Kyle, and then I'll read that. And I usually read the books in the order we're doing it. But I had read all of the Age of Revelation stuff last week.
We're doing a lot of them, so strap in.
Yeah, and these were all the indies were all today, and I read them in the interest of my in the order of my interest, I'll say. And this was the last book, and we were gonna review a book, but it was so terrible I didn't even make it past like page 3. And then I went into this book, and my eyes were assaulted from the last book, and now I had to read this book, and it's
Really?
this was I didn't hate it, and it wasn't terrible. It doesn't get a terrible from me. It gets a I just did not make it. Did not have this book was not for me at all.
Yeah. And I can get that. And I can definitely get that. Especially knowing that it's coming from the from people that are trying to bring it back from that or inspired from that movie. Because that movie was, I mean, it's Tim Burton. It's very stylized. So I can understand that.
Oh, well, now that you say that, I can see why the art is like that. It just was not terrible. It just was not for me.
There are too many ruffles, huh?
It was. So my complaint for the last book was too loose. This felt too controlled, and figures were not. They know the human form, and if you can draw the human form like Scotty Young, then you can twist it around.
Yeah,
this did not work for me.
Yeah,
at all.
I can definitely understand that, and I can definitely see that. I probably will see. And this is the thing. Like, I don't know if I have the patience. As I get older, I don't know if I have the patience to read it episodic. So I think I might have to wait until pick it up as a trade. But I do think this is one of the ones I'm going to pick up. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, after looking back, I'm like, this was actually pretty fun.
That's how I felt about Save Now. When I finished it, I was like, I can wait for the trade. Like, it's going to read really, really good, all one story. Because, like, how they leave it, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But am I that interested to get the next issue? Or will I wait for the trade? I have not decided that yet.
Understood.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next up, we are going into the Age of Revelation. So strap in. We got a couple for you. The first one is Undead Pool #1. Woo! Okay. So
I got this.
You got this one?
Oh, I got this one.
These are easy.
Yes, they're all easy names. All right. So this guy called Tim Seeley, he did the writing. The artist is Carlos Magna. The color Magno.
There's an O.
Magno. There's an O. The color artist is Guru FX. And always a joy to say the letter is VC's Joe Sabino. And the cover is by E.M. Gist. I had to get the Sorrentino cover because anytime Sorrentino does a cover, I must. All right. So, Deadpool, always a fan favorite.
Yes.
And now he's a zombie with a working brain. His body is a zombie, and his brain kind of is trapped. He was hit with the X virus, and between his healing factor and the X virus, they did not play well together. So he's now the undead pool. And
yeah, his healing factor is constantly fighting the virus, which keeps him in a state of undeath because he can't fully die, and his brain is the only thing that is together, which is very interesting because it allowed us to get some exposition while his body was going off and doing stuff. What did you think about this book, Rich?
I actually liked it. Do you want to know why I liked it?
Why'd you like it?
Because this could be now. Like it didn't. This book just could have been. You know how they love doing stuff with Deadpool.
Yeah.
This could just be not Elseworlds. What do they call it? Like not even a what if.
Oh, a what if?
This could have been a what if, because if you detach it from anything Revelation and just say that he was shot by an experimental something, this could have been just a regular story. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because I'm laughing because we are so like we are I think it's because we are such like devoted comic book fans.
You are, yeah.
We will look at it and be like, so my headcanon for this is X. No, I'm gonna enjoy this story. You know, it's just like it's like this fully feels like this whole Age of Revelation event has been a test. It has been a test for us to decide, you know, how much mental gymnastics are we gonna do to like these stories. You know, wow.
I'll give it to you. I liked the kids. I liked that most of them died. Like that was cool. I thought the art was actually pretty good. I think that the colorist and the inker were a little heavy-handed because some of the panels were a little too dark to enjoy. And like the one where Kid Man Thing dies was too dark to fully get. Like this was a horror book, embraced the horror aspect of it.
Yeah.
They darkened a little bit too much. That's my biggest complaint with this book, is it was so hard to see some of the art in the panels because it was so dark.
Yeah.
Which was a disservice to the story. And okay, so we're gonna review another book. I find it weird that two different characters have the techno basically Warlock's people infection in them, and especially when the other one was supposedly saving the world, taking it in. I don't understand how Cable has it. That's my biggest thing is both books exist in the same realm. You've already made that very clear. So you have one writer writing the lore over here, and then you have another writer with kind of the same idea, but the first writer, because I read Expatriate first, or X-Vengers, I read that first. And then I read this, and I'm like, okay, I hope we learn in this book how he has it. Yeah, that was another thing. I was like, oh, and his page, the artist looks like he drew a really cool Cable, but again, it's inked so dark.
Yeah,
you can't fully see it.
Yeah, they weren't able to get the 3-dimension on his gun if you really look close enough. So for me, I have to agree. I actually liked this book, in spite of its being attached to an event. I thought it was fun. At first, I thought I wasn't having fun. At first, I was like, ugh, you know, and I thought they were gonna ape like a Jason type thing from Friday the 13th, and it was gonna be, you know, oh my god, you know, it's just gonna be Deadpool as Jason from Friday the 13th, and he's gonna off mutants and they have to stop him. Like I literally thought that was what it was. And so when they allowed him to get his kill on, I was like, all right, cool. And then when he actually was able to regain control, I was like, okay, what's going on? And then damn it, that damn last page when I saw Cable and I saw that he and part of Warlock or something were together, I was like, damn it. So
I know that's
so then I was like, because I am a sucker for Warlock. I was one of the only people, I can guarantee you, that read that Warlock miniseries by Pascal Ferry that came out in the 90s. I thought that book was fantastic and everyone hated it, but I loved it. I loved that book. It was great. Because I'm a huge Warlock fan. So when that happened, and I saw that he did not have the techno-organic virus, but he had this other virus, I was like, the other virus, and when he said, same, I was like, oh my god. When we started talking like Warlock, I was like, yes. So yes, I'll be picking up number 2. I enjoyed it, and I was like, damn it. I did seriously. I came in because Deadpool is one of those characters where I can take him or leave him depending on what the story of what story he's in.
Yeah.
And he had just enough fourth wall breaking that it wasn't annoying, and it didn't overstay his welcome. So I do believe that the writer was able to write him in a way that was not annoying. And I was like, yeah, this is fun. Yeah, let's get it on. Yeah.
So I also at times heard Ryan Reynolds' voice narrating the book. Especially, I really liked that they brought in why it's the Deadpool, because I really liked that little nod and how he gave the kids odds that he was going to kill them.
Yeah.
I really liked that. That was
fun.
I think Tim Seeley wrote a really, really well done Deadpool as a what if. Like, that's how I'm going to imagine this. Like you said, I'm doing some mental gymnastics. This has nothing to do with Doug or anything.
Nope.
This is just a what if Deadpool ate people.
Cool. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll continue on this train. And then we'll give away. So stay tuned. All right, everybody. We'll be right back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra. Yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson, and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like,
no regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other and with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com.
Hey everyone, welcome back. You're watching the Geek Chat on The Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
And I am Little Black Beardy Daz. So I want to let you guys know we're having a bit of a technical glitchy poo. So we are live, but however, your comments are not coming through. So we're going to continue on with the show and see if Kyle can fix it on the back end. What that means for the contest is we're going to hold off on the contest, and we are going to give away two variant covers next week. So we'll be giving away this Expat X-Men next week, as well as a all new one. So to stay tuned. And I think Kyle's going to also give us an update. You want to say something, Kyle?
Well, I can't. So I definitely can't fix it on the back end. I've tried everything I can do during the show.
Okay.
The only thing we could change is I could change the giveaway so that anyone who comments is entered.
Oh.
That's all I can do. It's not getting the hashtags.
Okay. Well, hey, if you want to enter, we could do it that way. I thought we couldn't do anything. So as long as you write in, hey, I like Rich's beard, or Desmond's a super hot guy, you'll be entered in. So, or Button Chop Kyle, whatever you want to say, and then you can get put in. So all you lurkers, this is your time, because we can't see your comments. So there you go. So yeah.
Well, and I will watch the comments on YouTube and Facebook separately and fill you in on anything of interest.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, so again, Kyle's probably not going to tell us if you say anything bad about us. So now's the time. So all right. We are giving away the book then. So we're going to go ahead and keep the giveaway going. So Kyle, if you could put up the giveaway, that'd be great. It is the Expatriate, such a horrible X-Men number 1. Sorry, I don't like that word. That word is like, out of all the words in the English dictionary, you could have picked that one. Like, come on. But who's it by, Rich?
Emanuela Lupacino.
Yes, and then there's the 1 in 25. As like we said before, the Geek Chat is not hashtag Geek Chat is not working. Just comment in the whoop wop, and you'll be entered in to win. Lurkers, run to the comment section. Alrighty, let's talk about a book, Rich.
Let's talk about this book.
Let's talk about this book. You want me to do it? You got it?
I got the Mystique cover because, Mystique.
Okay.
Let me look at the words. Hold on.
I got it.
Yeah, you do it. You got it.
I got it. All right. The writer is Eve L. Ewing. The artist is Francesco Mortarino. The colorist is Raul Angulo. And the letterer is VC's Ariana Mayer.
Oh, so people can't sign in either.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. So the cover artist is for the main cover was Francisco Mortarino and Raul Angelo.
Welcome in, by the way, Zax.
Yes, welcome in. So yeah, there's a bunch of variant covers as always, but this is,
as always,
we're giving you one of them. So yay. Alrighty, Rich. Kamala Khan. She is running the head of a book, and these are the so these are the guys, or some of the guys from the Emma Frost, the exceptional X-Men. So this is the book that has the exceptional X-Men folks in it. So the girl at the top, that's Bronze, who is a young girl in the comic right now. And then there's Melee, and I don't remember seeing Colossus. Was he?
He wasn't in the book yet.
Okay. So I was like, I don't remember seeing, Big Red. So okay, so I'm not worried about that now.
And then you forgot about the guy, Rift. He was introduced a couple times. He actually ended when the exceptional book finished. He was on the team. So, and he did not know how to use his powers, but in 10 years, he's figured out how to use his powers.
Yes, he can go back in time and teleport and go back in time. Yes. So that's kind of nice. Seems like another book you read.
What did you think?
What did I think?
Yeah.
I didn't care about this book at all. I'm sorry. They're kind of like Marauders, I guess. They are I don't know. It just seems like the whole book so the problem is Google's fault, by the way. It's not us. So, call your Google representative and let them know. didn't like the book because I didn't think anything was happening, you know. And then all they did for the whole time was like, it was all set up. Like they showcased their powers, or the powers of those kids that you seem that if you read the book you care about. They showcased their powers and showed that as they grew up, they learned how to use them. And it was all to save this guy who they didn't tell you why he was integral to the plot, and just that Mystique is gonna Mystique. For whatever reason, she was hardly in the book. She's actually the person that gave them the intel, and she was getting them, and she was picking them up and stuff like that. And then of course there's, you know, drama because Kamala Khan wants to save everybody, but they're like, you know, we have to make sure we can do this, and yada yada yada. And then of course there's a traitor in the midst. So it was very paint by numbers for me, and I just like no one in the group stuck out to me except for Rift, because I liked his design and I liked what he was doing, and I thought it was kind of cool. But other than that, I just did not like it. I did not like it. I didn't like the characterizations. I thought the artwork, while fun, came off a little bit too two-dimensional. And maybe that's the colorist or how it was inked. It didn't, like, when you were looking at their faces and stuff, they looked too flat, and there wasn't any depth to a lot of the static artwork that was there. By static, I mean whenever you had someone standing or talking, they just looked flat, you know. And that was something that really kind of like stuck out to me while I was reading the book. And I don't know, it just felt like one of those, you know, action movies that just, you know, was just all popcorn, no substance, and it didn't do any of the characters any favors at all. So I honestly think that this was basically not my bag, baby. It's not my bag. So what'd you think? You loved it, didn't you? You loved it. You're like,
I absolutely did not.
Oh.
So I really, really, really don't want Ms. Marvel a mutant. I really don't. I know that, you know, the Inhuman shame is strong, and they're finally bringing them back. Well, you can take her back because she's not a mutant. I don't like the fact that they're trying to make her the next big Cyclops. You know, she's always leading some team. I do not like Melee. I do not care about Rift. The one thing I actually liked was how Bronze uses the Iron Spider tentacles to get around. I thought that was pretty cool. I always liked when Peter had the red and gold, the Iron Spider, and he had the tentacle or the spider legs that he would walk on. I loved that. Like, I love that. So the fact that she is using her powers that way, I thought that was pretty cool. That's about it. Like, the art was very uninspired. Everyone was, like you said, too flat. The costume redesigns, I don't care. Why is Mystique a pirate in every damn universe? In the Age of Apocalypse, she was a pirate too. I did like her hair. I like the short hair.
Yeah.
My girl couldn't even save this book for me, even though for some weird reason she's on all the covers, but not actually part of the team. I didn't get that. Why is Colossus there? Is he the one that Melee was talking to? Like,
I will not be reading the next one.
I will not be reading the next one. This is one of those books that was, this for me was too much Age of Revelation. I could not detach myself from that. That was my thing. I really just didn't care. Didn't care.
Yep.
And I thought it was funny. Out of all the books, the one that I didn't like the most is our giveaway. That doesn't mean you won't enjoy it. Good winner, whoever wins this, you might love it. But for me, it was a little. I actually will be reading it because Mystique's in it. So
enjoy, my friend. Enjoy. All right.
Next up,
Makers of Movies says.
Hold on, I had a hot take on this one.
Oh yes,
go for it.
Did. What is your hot take?
I have to save the images for this and several other shows to my computer every week and I have to label them. And when it's the same book, I only have to save them once. I have 7 copies of this book because no one can spell expatriate.
Told you.
If you're gonna name a book, name it a word people know.
I 100% agree with you, my friend.
Like,
well, I never would have spelled it that
X-Men
way.
traitors or something. Do not use a word like expatriate that nobody understands unless you like went to an Ivy League school and studied obscure English.
Or
okay?
you're an expat. You know.
Right, and or you are one. Like the X-Men, which by the way, these guys don't count as
No.
X-Men's.
No.
No. They don't.
Colossus.
I mean, yeah, and Mystique
Doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Doesn't count.
I'm not gonna argue with the scary ghost.
Well, because if you're in a book where no one can know what the first name is, you are no longer qualified by the second word.
There you go. You have to be astonishing or something else. And that's
just another failure in the gigantic failure that is the entire Age of Revelation.
Wow.
Yes.
Hot takes. That's
He does.
My ears are burning. Okay, so Acres of Movies says, who would you cast for the new Nightcrawler? Unfortunately, I do not know who I would cast for the sheer fact that I have no idea who the young actors are right now. I don't know.
Same. Hey, Sean, welcome in.
It would have to be probably a younger person because they're gonna age them all down that way they can like have these actors signed for
20 years.
Multiple movie contracts. So I'm sorry, but
all right, let's get to X-Vengers.
X-Vengers. So writer for X-Vengers was Jason Liu. Penciler was Sergio Davila. Inker was Ari Jimenez. Color assists was Rain Barreto. And then letterer is your man and my favorite,
VC's Joe Sabino.
And
I love the main cover. It is Mike McCone. I love Mike McCone so much.
Maury Howell. So yeah, I mean, Mike. I saw that as Mike McCone, and I tell you quick. I flipped that page, try to see if he was the full person doing the whole book, and I was like, damn, he's not. And I was like, oh,
no, I got this one.
Because you love her.
I do. I love her, and we once interviewed Pablo Villalobos.
Yes,
that is his cover. So yeah, I had to get that one. I love McCone, but I had to get this one. X-Men Legends and X-Men's. I have not. I don't play many video games. We used to play Lego Dimensions. That's about it. You play video games?
I do, and I played them a long time ago, and they were both really, really good. And if you haven't played the Marvel Alliance games, those are fantastic as well. They're like Diablo, ARPGs, fantastic games. You should try them out. Okay, what'd you think?
I was pleasantly surprised because while it did mix a lot of revelation, I love, again, this is a what if. It's just alternate versions of some of our favorite heroes and not favorite heroes, like Black Widow. She's got a new power because the X gene changed her.
There's no water. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Shang-Chi now is...
whatever he touches turns,
breaks,
shatters.
Hawkeye's got 6 arms.
Very Spider-Man-esque.
I was so looking forward to this book, and I don't think I do. I love Dani, and the last we saw her, she was with Magic. That was about it. Like, she doesn't do much anymore. None of the OG5 kids do anything anymore. You don't see them. So having Sam in this book, I was like, yes, finally. Remember when Sam was an Avenger with Roberto? That was a hot minute.
Well, he obviously is a kid now. Maybe the X virus made him a kid again.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
This book needed to pick a lane and stay in it because I like the characterization of Dani Moonstar. I thought she was the highlight of the story, and everyone else in it save Cannonball, and when they ran into Sunspot, that really just destroyed and disjointed the rest of the story. This really should have been a story about how the New Mutants are adjusting or taking up thoughts in the in the Age of Revelations. I would have loved to have seen when Bobby and Sam hugged, and they were like, "Hey, you can always come over and help us." And they're like, "No, no, no." I would have loved to have seen them explore those two sides of the coin about why it's so good, why it's so bad. Because the one thing that they have not done about this in a really good way is show the positives that Revelations has done, and actually seeing a book that explores that with a created family unit like the New Mutants. I think that would have been the perfect one to do that, because you could have had an idealist from the New Mutants. I mean, pick Rain would have been fantastic, because then you would have had the history between Rain and Danny Moonstar. What if Rain, for whatever, or found like peace, and she was able to have her pride and her flock, and then you had Danny Moonstar, who was like, has Captain America's shield, because all the stuff that was happening with her was I thought was really kind of fun, but all the ancillary characters in it were just, I don't know, this book as it stands could have been done a lot better another way, and tying her to the Avengers made no sense to me, because she has never, in my opinion, or my thoughts, she has never had any close ties to any of the Avengers, and it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So
I have to agree with you on that, because where would Rain fall? Would she fall? Remember, she was there when Doug was shot. She held his dead body in her arms, crying in front of the animator.
100%.
And it's like, you've got history there.
Yep.
I really think that would have been a better story going into it, of the different sides.
This was this was literally a throwaway story, and then killing Scott Lang for some reason. We have no idea what the giant thing is. It's a techno thing that's eating people. Like, it was so uninspired. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about the cause of or the reason for the book, or the catalyst for the book. So much other things could have been better done with these characters, or completely done. Like, I didn't need to see Black Widow. I didn't need to see Vision. I didn't need to see a six-armed Hawkeye. This whole book was a missed opportunity. So no, I will not be buying the other ones. This for me was a complete miss.
Wow.
All right, Sean. Do we have any X-Men graphic novels? We have tons of them, my friend. That's one of the best things you can do to get caught up with reading the X-Men, is to go pick up an X-Men graphic novel that looks cool. Seriously, look at the cover and read it. Go to your library, go to your local comic book store. And pick it up. There you go.
Speaking of that, this just came out. Oh no, this didn't just come out. I just found this. So we did a massive move to our storage unit, and we were going through different boxes, and I found this. I've wanted to read this. It's the Joe Casey take on X-Men with Ian Churchill.
Yep.
And Sean Phillips, Tom Rainey, Ashley Wood, Ron Garney, and Aaron Lopresti, all fantastic artists. I've been wanting to read the Poptopia story arc with Jonathan Chamber, and we found this, and I'm like, oh my god, I have wanted to read this stuff. So, and then the other one, this one came out a couple weeks ago, the Epic Collection, Volume 13. And it's basically back in the trial of Magneto. So it's when Magneto took over the X-Men, and it includes the always amazing Art Adams Asgard between the X-Men and the New Mutants, when they all went to Asgard. Loki granted Storm's wish. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Such great stuff. So that's what I've been reading. I've been reading both volumes off and on. I just love these old stories, especially since the new stories are just not doing me any. They're not satisfying my X crave.
So definitely, Sean, you can and the cool thing that Marvel does, one of them is you can either get it by story or you can get it by writer. So if you like Joe Casey, you can read his run, and if you like Chris Claremont, you can read his run. So that's always cool things or ways that you can get into graphic novels. Yeah. Alrighty, up next is our last book that we're gonna read, and I'll do it. I have it right here. It's Cloak or Dagger, and it's the writer was Justina Ireland, the artist was Lorenzo Tamameta, the color artist was Andrew Dahlhaus, the letter was VC's Joe Caramagna, and the cover artist was Mike McCone and Rachel Rosenberg. So yeah, Cloak or Dagger. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Do you know why I liked it, Rich?
Because it had nothing to do with the Age of Revelation.
I had a little bit.
Very little bit.
It had it peppered in at just enough to make it worth it. Number one, and number two, it had my favorite neo-Nazi twins in it.
Yes, the Fenris twins.
And I loved their costume.
I know the redesign's really nice.
Sorry, for some reason, I since the X-Men, I have always loved the Fenris twins. They are just the most horrible, racist, white supremacists ever. But for whatever reason, I just love them. I just love them. They're just so horrible bad. Just horribly bad. And their powers are so silly. Like they have to be grabbing hands to activate their powers. It's like, come on. But
do you remember when she died and he skinned her alive and put her flesh on the hilt of his sword so that he could use their powers still together? That was crazy.
That was so extreme. So Cloak or Dagger, real quick, TLDR, basically they cannot occupy the same space at the same time. The X gene or the X virus messed them up. So they go into a pocket dimension, which I assume is inside of Cloak's power. And in that pocket dimension, you find out that is where their daughter is. And so when one is out in the real world, fighting and doing stuff, the other one is taking care of their daughter in this kind of makeshift bedroom that she lives in. And then they are freedom fighters who are trying to keep people from being infected with the X virus. So they're part of a team of mutants who are trying to save
humans.
And humans, that's true, and humans, to save people, to get them away, evacuate towns that are in the path of the X virus. So yeah, and then of course, they have to switch places. The Fenris twins steal some people who they were trying to get escape, and then they use their powers, which are changed. They're now a living battery of the X virus, and they can affect the change in people by basically giving them the X virus. So that was kind of interesting. I liked this book. I thought it was fun. I thought the artwork was great. Yeah, I liked it. Will I pick it up? Probably not. This is probably the ones that I trade weight, but I liked it. It's always a pleasure to see Cloak and Dagger running around. One of the first and best interracial couples. Bring it.
I have loved these guys from an annual I read. It was New Mutants, Spider-Man, and Cloak and Dagger.
Yep.
And that led me to discovering them, and I loved it. I loved that they got their powers, their drug-based powers, and
we're back
the way they used their powers in this when Cloak he took over, and then it rained down her daggers. Loved it. Like, great use of their powers. Mm-hmm. The art, like you said, it was fantastic. Well, hello from India.
Hi.
I really enjoyed this, and I'm glad it was last, because I was afraid we were going to end on something else, but we already went by that.
Yeah.
I thought there was, like you said, there was just enough revelation in this to keep it like that was basically the backstory of this was them and the X gene. But it was great that they are married. I really enjoyed that. Like, great book. Yes, So we ended this on a good book out of these revelations. Though only one revelation this week that I was really not like was Expatriate, and then the
that was bad.
The X-Vengers. After dissecting it with you, I think that your idea would have been a much more engaging book. I still am going to read it though, because I gotta.
Yeah. Alrighty, Spooky Producer Kyle, if you can put up that and let the counter, and let's get this going, everybody. We're gonna give it away to someone. SF. Okay, SF, you are a new winner. So please, SF, if you could give us so Kyle is going to put in a form in the Doobly Wop, and if you can fill that out, we can get your comic book out to you. Thank you so much, everybody, for he just put it in now. So if you can fill that out, great. So please fill that out, SF, so they can send you your book. All right, everybody. I want to say thank you to everybody who has stayed and takes the time to view this with us. Up after us is Mog and Mel, so they're going to have fantastic stuff on there. So definitely stay and watch them create fantastic art and talk about art and the process of comic books and stuff like that. Happy Halloween, everybody. Please be safe. Please protect your fur babies, especially if you have any black cats. They are targeted during Halloween, and please make sure that you keep your fur babies safe and in the house, because you never know what could happen during the witching time. So please take care of your fur babies. Take care of your real babies too, if you have to. So
you don't just send them out. Just put them in a costume and say, "Go on, come back later."
Yes, go beg the neighbors for food, because seriously, it's the one time a year where you can make your kids beg for food at your neighbor's house. I mean, that's awesome. So, but on that note, we're gonna leave you and say we will see you next week. Same geeky time,
same geek channel.
So, all right, thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
And we'll talk to you all later. Bye.